Hello, it's Rachelle here with Earth Journal Shop. And don't you love the new name? I love the new name. So Earth Journals are my plant stain paper journals. And I guess I haven't really been on here to talk to you about the name change. I really wanted to take a step away from it being about me as the artist to the journals as vehicles for you to connect with yourself, connect with Earth, listen to your inner voice, and feel the energy that all of those wondrous things that we have in our universe coming together. And I really wanted it to be, I want it to be more about the journals and less about me, although you'll be seeing me create art with the journals and write in the journals. And of course, I'll be doing continuing to do a lot of writing classes for you to enjoy, as well as some art journaling. So with the launch of earthjournalshop.com, I wanted to go ahead and bring out a style of journal that I haven't actually created for quite a while. I used to create this style a lot for my Disney shows, and somehow I just kind of haven't been doing it. I have to have the right paper for it, and the right designs, I should say. And out of this fall collection, I just happen to have some papers that were perfect for creating this style. So let me go ahead and show you what they are. These are my Japanese stab stitch journals, and they're called Japanese stab stitch because of the type of binding that I used. It's all a Japanese stab stitch in there, and they have this little T tag that when you undo the T tag and unwrap it, you're unwrapping wax linen thread. It's the same wax linen thread that I use to do the binding. And then of course when you want to wrap it up, you just wrap that around there and tuck that little T tag through that lace, and you've got a beautiful little bound book. One of the reasons why I like the binding on these is because of the way that it opens. These don't open all the way flat, but they open like a book. And I really like that, like a little pamphlet type of a book. And so there is a kind of creased area on this left side right near the binding. And when you open it up, you've just got a beautiful setting for your writing, for your pictures, your drawing. And that's one of the things that I really love about this book. It's just a wonderful size for adding pictures. And I now have a great new little toy, which I'll show in another video, but the little Canon Ivy, which is a photo printer. And they make stickers. Let me see if I can find, here is a sticker. It's this size. This is one that's going to go into another book. But isn't that just the perfect size for this little booklet? I love it. And so this one and the other ones I'm going to go show you are actually in the shop right now, as well, or as long as the supplies last, I should say, when you're looking at this video. I don't know if they're going to be in there or not. These interior papers are dyed with, they're hand dyed, and they are dyed with avocado and lavender and some other pieces in there. So you have these great covers. The cover is textured, and you also have one of those textured in the middle as an insert. And so these are heavily textured pieces. This one has hydrangea flowers, a daisy, eucalyptus. Love it. Same thing on the covers. And so you're just going to tie that back up, and there you go. So pretty. So this Japanese stab stitch journal has this gorgeous teal wax linen thread, again an imperial jade bead, and you can wrap these either way. You can wrap them horizontal up and down like that, or you can wrap them that way as well. So it's up to you, whichever way you like to wrap them. And I guess this one would go like this, and then this would come around. So I'm not an engineer, which means you can't wrap both directions in the horizontal or both directions in the vertical. It only works one way, but you'll figure that out. So there you go. Okay, and this one has a beautiful Gerber daisy on the cover, and it has some rose leaves, rose petals, and there's another part of a daisy right there. Beautiful. This is dyed, the interior pages are dyed with lavender and avocado. There's a little bit of hibiscus mixed in on there, but these are mostly avocado skins. And I love them because they're just a nice soft background for writing and drawing. And you've got another plant stained paper on the inside, which is a beautiful texture. And you can write on this also, but you can definitely use it, keep it as inspiration if you would like. This one, I love this page because it reminds me of the horizon. So it feels like the earth is kind of rounding out, and then there is the galaxy above, and oh, I love it. Or if you want to look at it as a fish, I just see that too. I'm all about imagery. Here's a fin, and then the face of the fish over here, and the body coming out that way. I see all kinds of stuff. So again, these pages are just great for writing, drawing. You can put watercolor on them. You can, really create in any way that you like, but you've got this great surface to start you off, inspire you, and you even have some texture. You can feel some of the lavender that was in here, the avocado skins that are in there. Just beautiful. And this is a branch of rose leaves right there on the back cover. And then here you go. And then when you're done and it bends a little bit, that's okay, because all you do is you take your book and you just jiggle it back flat, and you've got it going on there. Beautiful. Now this Japanese stab stitch also has a jade bead on the tag. Undo that. And this one is quite beautiful with its hydrangea flowers, daisy flowers, but also eucalyptus. And eucalyptus are always one of my favorites to plant stain with. There's a little branch of eucalyptus right there. This paper is dyed with lavender and avocado pits and avocado skins. Gorgeousness. Has some nice shading that gives you some impressions of the background, a little bit of imagery, but really great to write in. And look at this interior insert. It's gorgeous. This is some chrysanthemum mum. These are leatherleaf ferns. And you've got some hydrangea flowers right there, a rose petal, just gorgeousness. Love it. You can even see that. I call this a ghost print. So that print's coming from another page that was next to it. Some more of your interior pages to write, to draw, to doodle, to put pictures on. I love these Japanese stab stitch journals for photo books. I just think they're great photo books. It'd be great at the holidays to pass this around and get people to sign it and give them a little, give a little something that they want to say in it. This is another branch of eucalyptus, and there you go on the back. Isn't that back gorgeous? So when this book is done, when you go all the way through it, or even when you're just working on it and you want to close it up and it's a little bit bent, all you do is just flatten it out a little bit. That's perfect paper to doing that, and then just wrap it and put your little T tag back on it. One of the things that I love about the wrap is that you can stuff this book full with papers or with pictures or anything you want to, and wrap it up, and there you go. Gorgeousness with this big hydrangea leaf on the cover and a sweet little daisy right there. There's some little rose petals up there. This has an imperial jade bead on the T tag, and it has this teal waxed linen thread. Again, there's a crease right there, so when you open the book, it opens flat. These are potato leaves. So this is one of the few that there's some potato leaves in there. This is interior paper that is hand dyed piece by piece with avocado skins, avocado pit, and lavender. Isn't it gorgeous? It gives you a nice surface to reflect on, to draw, to write, to put your pictures. And then look at this interior page. This insert also has a gorgeous daisy, beautiful leatherleaf fern right there. There's another leatherleaf fern right in there. And then these little brown spots are actually made by hydrangea flowers. Gorgeous. There's a little ghost print of a leatherleaf fern right there. It's from, it kind of came over from another page. Look at those little ghost prints. And again, we've got more paper to write in, put pictures in, draw, all kinds of wonderful things. And the very last page has a leatherleaf fern leaf. And then look at that back. This is part of a zinnia flower. And again, leatherleaf fern right there. And whenever this one is bent because you've opened it to use it, all you do is bend it again, flatten it out, and you can wrap this. And you can wrap this whichever way you would like. I have this one wrapping across the horizontal, but you can also come around that way too. And I love wrapping them. I tuck little papers and pictures and kind of wonderful things in there. This is the last of the fall collection for the Japanese Stab Stitch journals. There's a little jade bead on here that's kind of a brownish amber color. I love it. And it has brown wax linen thread to wrap it and to stitch it. We have a leather leaf fern right here and a beautiful daisy right there. And here's a little trick, I guess it would be. This daisy is yellow, of course, but it was not yellow when I did the pages. It was actually purple. And so it brought out those yellows. It's the tannins and the oils in the flower that actually decide what color they're going to be. And I kind of play around with those and put different tannins with them to pull out the colors that I want. And since this is the fall collection, I wanted some yellow on there. So beautiful spray of leatherleaf ferns. And these interior papers are done with, they're hand dyed with lavender and avocado pit and avocado skins. And you can see that, and some of them there's a little bit of texture you can actually feel. It's perfect for writing, for painting, putting pictures on. Here's a cute little hydrangea leaf right there, and a little part of a daisy there. These are hydrangea flowers mixed in through there, and some hydrangea flowers in here as well. So I stuck with the design element. There's a potato plant leaf right there. And again, more of the interior pages that are dyed with avocado and avocado pit, avocado skins, and also lavender. I love the lavender in there. It doesn't bring very much purple, but it definitely brings a soothing quality to the pages. And you can see some impressions. I do see an impression right here. And you can use that imagery to decide what you're going to do on the page, or you could just do whatever you feel like you want to do in the moment. There's a leatherleaf fern, and then on the back, beautiful daisy, some more hydrangea flowers, and a leatherleaf fern right there. And so you just wiggle it to flatten it out again after you have worked in it, wrap it around, connect that T-tag, and then you've got a great place to tuck pictures, tuck papers, and all kinds of wonderful things with the journal. And so, and then just to show you, there's actually a picture in here I don't want to share yet. It's in another, oops, let me type that in. I want to show you this journal, but this is my journal, and there's a picture already in one of the pages that I don't want to share yet because it's actually going to be in another video that I've shot already. But just so you can see how I've got my little clip on there, another jade bead, and yes, this ties a little bit longer, but this was kind of a prototype, and I tied it together just to see how long I wanted it to be, and that's was a little too long, so I made the other ones a little shorter. And I'm going to show you how sweet the picture looks like in here. I think I have, well, I'm going to see if I can skip. Yeah, I'm going to skip this first picture because I don't want you to see it. But this paper that I have in mine is actually tea dyed, and you can see that it's more brown and khaki, and I have some of those pages on the interior of some of my other style books for the fall collection. But look how beautiful that is, and look, I mean, this is just a perfect size. This is my 2x3 sticker sizes that I'm printing out of my Canon Ivy photo printer, and I think they're just gorgeous. And I do draw and write on my plant stained paper sheets that are in my earth journals, so it's just up to you if you want to keep them as inspiration or if you want to add your touch to them. Here's some more paper, my interior paper. So just gorgeous. This again was tea dyed, and I did use lavender in this as well. So I try to use lavender in all of my papers that I hand dye. And then the back cover of this has a daisy, and those are actually rose petals that are swarming around here, and it's kind of fun. So, and I flattened mine out because I've been working in it, and I'm just gonna kind of do this little doodah here, clip mine on there. And the front of mine has a very simple branch of, I don't know what it is. This is the branch of plants that I have in our yard, and I have yet to find out what they are, but they do stain beautifully, so I need to find out what they are. So anyways, so those are Japanese stab stitch journals. Right now, I can tell you this is October 30th, 2021. There is a collection of them that I just listed on my website. There's only, I believe, 5 or 6 of them. I think 5 of them. And I don't do them a lot for my collections. I have to have the paper has to call to me and tell me what it wants to be. And this collection, I had sheets that called to me and said they wanted to be Japanese stab stitch journals. So limited collection, and just a whole lot of wonderful paper to enjoy and write and draw and sketch and do all those kinds of fun things to them. So I look forward to connecting with you through my earth journals, and you can find them at earthjournalshop.com. Thanks.